What is the most terrible thing you have ever done that no one knows about? I grew up with my aunt and uncle because my mom passed shortly after I was born and my dad couldn't take it and left. Pretty messed up childhood really, but I made the best of it. Did my chores, had friends and so on. I had plans to enlist in the military when I was 18 to get school paid for, but most importantly make a living for myself and my aunt and uncle. Before I could do that, however, my sister got in trouble with the government and I decided to postpone my application to go bail her out. I got a ride with my buddy to where she was being kept, and it turns out she was being held by some pretty corrupt people and, as it turns out, my dad was basically in charge of them, and he's still as big of a sleazebag as ever, so we got her the hell out of there. Unfortunately, while this was all happening, my aunt and uncle were alive in a pretty horrible accident, so it was basically just me and my sister. The important thing to know is that I had only reconnected with my sister recently. She grew up in a foster home. Not growing up super close, and her being pretty hot, from that point we basically had this kind of awkward chemistry between us that regular siblings shouldn't have. This is where things get more complicated, though, because my buddy also had a thing for her as well. So like a good wingman I just pushed down my feelings and let him have a go. Now, she ended up rejecting him though, and when we were at a party one night she came at me pretty hard. We started making out and one thing led to another. I woke up undressed in the same bed as her.